Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 3 of Horizoncraft. We're starting things off today in the trade hall, gathering some of the necessary resources that we're going to need for the next project. And I am really excited for this project. I mean really excited. We're getting back to our roots and going back to doing some plain old building. Enough redstone, we've done a lot of redstone the past couple of videos, so this one we're doing all building. Building, and some more building. And I'm really excited because I have this really cool build that I'm excited to get done. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take some work, so we're hiring some help. We're hiring some volunteers to help us build this project because it's going to take a lot of manpower, and I think we're going to need some extra hands for this one. Alrighty, I think we have all the resources that we're going to need for this project, so let's pop back into the Nether and head over to Soupland. This minecart system is never going to get old for me. Yes, I love it. I love it. Soupland, here we come. Soupland. Well, that was silly. Anyway, so here we are at the far corner of the wheat field. Our bamboo farm is just over there in the distance, out of render distance there, and our pumpkin and melon farm is right here. So this is kind of right in the opposite corner of everything else. Now, I have this weird sand outline built in here because this is actually going to be the outline for our farmhouse. Our farmhouse is actually going to sit right here, and this is going to be the central location of Soupland, of the super flat. We have the one wheat field that stretches out in this direction, and then if you can see here, we have another beginning of some more farmland that's going to be a mimic of this field in this corner. We have another one over here in that corner, and then we have another one over here in that corner. So at the end of it, we're going to have 4 big farmlands or farm fields, one there, one there. And then this farmhouse is going to sit right dead center of all 4 of those fields. So if you fly up really quick and just take a look from down above, we have a bit of this cleared out already, and we're going to have to clear out a lot more of it. We have to clear all this out, we're going to clear out all this, and then we're going to have to put in the farmland. And that's a really big field. That's 100 by 100. So it's about 10,000 wheat. And then we're going to do 10,000 carrots. We're going to do 10,000 potatoes and 10,000 beets. And then we'll have all 4 of them set up, and we'll have as much as we could ever want. Like I said, this is going to be a big project, so we're going to need some help for sure. Now, once again, you might be asking yourself, Soups, why do you need such a big farm? And to answer that question again, I have no idea. But it sounds fun, so that's what we're going to do. You might notice a recurring theme on this channel. Anyway, moving on, I thought it would be nice to showcase this build in a time-lapse style video. So, sit back, grab a bowl of soup, and enjoy. well. That was a lot of farming. In total, we ended up planting 10,000 potatoes, 10,000 beets, and 10,000 carrots. And I cannot stress enough how much effort this took. There was a mountain here at one point. This is all extended out over the ocean. We'll take a peek underneath. Look how far that goes underneath. And then this here is probably the easiest, as we already had a little bit of it flattened out. But this here still took a lot of effort. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that came out and helped, because this project would have been completely unrealistic without everybody. I could have done it, but it would have taken me forever, and I would have been doing this for weeks. So again, big thank you to everybody that came out. It was actually ended up being a lot of fun. We made a bit of an event out of it. Everybody came and we all planted, we all dug. People had some fun. There were some shenanigans, people changing sizes. Definitely some shenanigans going on. But it was fun. It was a fun time. It was a good experience to do a project together with a whole bunch of people from the server. So I'm really happy that came about. And I think the results are definitely worth it. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, right? I mean, we could have done with one of these fields for all 4 of these crops, and that still would have been more than enough. Like more than we probably need for the entire server. Because when do people ever use beets or potatoes or carrots? I mean, wheat, sure, maybe for some villager breeding, but I mean, even that, like, you don't need that much wheat. But just stick with me for a moment. Listen. Imagine once we have our nice farmhouse in place right there, and then we imagine kind of roads leading out this way. And we have some decorations here and there, we have maybe some tractor or some stuff like that. This area is going to look really cool. I mean, it already looks really cool. Come on, like how often do you see farms this big? Like, it just stretches on forever. And the super flat, yeah, that's working. I like that. I like the way that it's looking. It looks really cool. So we're gonna keep building. We're gonna keep adding to this. We're gonna clean this up, get rid of the little water sources there, and clean up some of the torches and everything. And I think this is gonna actually be a really cool area. So here we have all the blocks that we're gonna need for this build. I've got lots of quartz. We've got some dark oak. We've got spruce, oak logs. We've got some bricks. We've got a really nice color palette for this build. So I'm really excited for this one. Man, these wandering traders always show up at the most inconvenient times. Do you at least have anything good to trade? No, not really. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would take some of those. Good thing I've always got emeralds on hand. Let's see, how many of these can we buy? How many of these can we buy? Sure. Sure, why not? Thanks, buddy. I think that's the first time. It is, I just got the achievement. I never buy from these guys. They never have anything good. Thank you. Now can you leave? Can you... Yeah, do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind, sir? Thank you. Thank you. Just another day playing Minecraft on the Horizoncraft server. Never a dull day here. Alright, my dude. You just chill here in the boat. Maybe you can trade with me again before you decide to disappear on me. Anyway, like I was saying, the farmhouse is the next thing on the to-do list. So, without doing another time lapse, I think we're just gonna do a nice fade out, and then fade back in, and then wow, look at that! Where did this amazing looking farmhouse come from? Man, this Horizoncraft server, it's crazy. Just have random houses just appearing out of nowhere. If we're not careful, they're gonna land on somebody, and that would just be bad for business. And what business is that, you might ask? I have no idea. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this farmhouse here. Let's see if we can get a nice vantage point from up here. Oh, nice. Look how nice that looks, right in the middle of the farmlands there. I think that is the perfect farmhouse for this build. Nice and quaint. Very pretty. I like that. I think, and then when we add some roads going in that direction, and maybe a couple of other details, we clean this up a little bit, I think this is going to look really nice. It looks a little bit funny just kind of sitting there, because nothing's kind of leading to it. So we kind of need some roads or some paths or something like that, maybe some bushes. I don't really want to add any trees into the super flat because again, it's super flat. So I want to keep the terrain nice and low to the ground, other than, you know, our buildings and our farms and everything. So I think we're not going to put any trees, but I definitely need some other details to kind of tie this in with the farmland itself. Let's take a closer look at this farmhouse, says Soups as I fly further away from it. Anyway, if we actually take a closer look, there's a lot of details in this build that I really enjoy. I like these new flowers that they added here, the sniffer flowers. I always forget what they're called. But these ones here, the ones that are really annoying to farm because the sniffers have to pull them up and then you have to grow them and everything. But they look really nice. So the end result is definitely worth it to get these guys. We also have, you know, lots of these pots and lots of flowers and vegetation, you know, in and around the property here, just to make it look kind of more lived in. Or not lived in, but like it's been here for a little while. You know, the vegetation and everything has kind of taken over a little bit, and it's kind of become one with the surrounding nature, which is kind of nice. Made sure to add lots of windows so we can get lots of natural light inside the build. We have a couple, I don't know, this is like a little air conditioner unit there that we have. We of course have a nice chimney because we're gonna have a nice fireplace on the inside. Once we get there, yeah, yeah. We haven't, yeah, no, we haven't finished the inside yet, so we're just gonna keep that closed for now. The inside is gonna be done pretty soon, but for now, I just wanted to get the outside finished up, and I wanted to show you guys what I have done with it. I haven't designed any of the inside yet. I normally build these buildings in creative just to get a sense of the block palette and the design and everything, and then I literally just take pictures of it with my phone and then use those pictures as reference and then rebuild it in the real world. So it doesn't always come out exactly one-to-one with how I've built it in creative, because sometimes, you know, when I'm building it here, I you know, say, oh, I want to change this or I want to change that or whatever. I see a different way to do it. So it's always changing, it's always evolving, but I definitely did not do an interior in the creative. So that is still left up to me to do. And I'm not sure if I want to use this as another kind of home base here and add a bunch of storage in it and add a bedroom and everything. Like, I don't know if I'm actually going to be using this as any kind of like actual living space, or if I just want to use this as more of like in the AFK spot, if it's within reach of that and that. And then I can just have like another portal in here as well. I'm not really sure 100% sure just what I want to do with this yet. So we're going to leave it just for the time being, and we're going to work on a little bit more of the outsides, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so I have gone ahead and done a little bit of work on the outside of the farmhouse here. So if we go around to the back and take a look, or the side here, let's start at the side. This here is going to be our flower garden. So we have a bunch of flower beds stretched all the way along to the end of the farms here. And we have our helper Jasper here, who is busy planting in some flowers for us. Thanks, Jasper. We also have Goose bringing us a bunch of flowers. We have lots of help for this project, which has been really nice. And then out the back here, so over there is going to be lots of flowers. We're going to try to get as many flowers as we can. Different, maybe 12 to 14 different types of flowers. We're going to have them all lined up out there. And then this is where we have kind of our vegetable crops. We have even more wheat and some more carrots and beets and potatoes, because why not? I think no way bro actually suggested I do that, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious to have to have these little mini farms right outside the back of the house when you have these massive ones to each side. Anyway, I like that idea, so I decided to do that. But then I continued on with that idea of having farms, and we added in, we have sweet berries, we have sugarcane, we have some more pumpkins and melons, we've got cocoa beans, we've got cactus, we got wither, we got the whatever this stuff is called, I always forget, nether wart, and then we've got more bamboo. So we got lots of stuff. We got a few more crops that I'd maybe like to put in somewhere, but for now I think this is pretty good, just for aesthetic purposes. I mean, realistically, we're not actually going to be using these farms for anything. They're so small, and we don't really need any of those materials. We have bamboo and we have the melon farms and everything. So this is just for purely aesthetic purposes. And for that I think it actually does look pretty good. And then I think for this last empty side, beside the house, because the front will leave for a nice path or a roadway leading to the house. But for this side, I think what we're gonna do is add in some farmland for the animals, some animal pens. We'll get some pigs and some chickens and some cows and that stuff, and we'll line them up along here, and we'll have our animals in this one. We'll have our crops in this one, and then we'll have our flowers over there. I think I think that's a really good idea. I think that'll be cool. It'll tie in the whole the farm aesthetic really nicely. How cool is the view from up here at night? It's so pretty. Look at all those lights. Amazing. I love it. We also now have our flower garden all finished up here. We've got lots of different types of flowers, all in their own flower beds. We don't have all the different flowers. I mean, we could try to, but this is how many fit within the perimeter of the farm fields here. So I kind of wanted to keep it all constrained into kind of one big square, but we can always expand it later if we decide to. Oh, looks like we need to do some spawn proofing over there. We'll get to that eventually, but for now, look at that. I really like, now that I have all the torches gone, there's no more torch spam. We just have the frog lights and these lanterns here just to light everything up, and it looks a lot better. It's looking a lot better than just having that big open grass field like we do at the front here still. But that's the next project. And it looks like our villager is gone. Our wandering villager. Oh well. Bye-bye, villager. But for now, I think let's figure out what we want to do. Oh, actually, no. You know what? I forgot to show you. Look, we started this. We started to put in the animal pens. We have our first little baby sheep there as well. We're going to do, we have cows, sheep, we have 1 chicken so far, and then we're going to do pigs in this last one. I was thinking about doing horses, but, you know, I decided against it. We're just going to stick to, these 4 for now. Come on, piggies. Eat up. There you go. Well, hello there. Chicken egg. What are the chances we get lucky with this 1 egg spawning a chicken, and then we don't have to find another one? What are the chances? I mean, I could look up the statistics, but let's see. One chance. Are we gonna get a chicken? A chicken? No chicken. Too bad. Okay, I found 2 more eggs. Let's see. We have 2 more chances. Can we get it? Let's see, 1 and 2. Those are really high. Are they going to land in the pen? Oh, yeah, barely. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got one. Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay, nice. We don't have to go find another one now. That's hilarious. We do, however, still need a cow, so we'll have to find one of those. Are there any cows? Oh, there's one. Look. Cow, cow, cow. Hello. Moo. Alright. You come with me. Come along. No, stop running backwards. No, I know, but I promise. I promise you'll like it in Soupland. Here we go. Moo. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Success. Are you hungry? I have food. What, are you just gonna stare at me? Ah, there we go. Eat up. Nice. And just like that, it looks like we've got all of our animals in place. We don't have very many of them yet, but we'll keep breeding them as we go. But for now, let's work on some paths in between here. Make it look a little bit more finished and get rid of these torches. I'm sick of these torches. Okay, so we've gone ahead and added in some detail to the animal pens here. We added in some hay bales for them to eat. We added in some water troughs. We got rid of the torches and added in lanterns. And then finally, we added in the path so that we can walk in between all the different pens. And while we were busy doing that, Myth stopped by and dropped us off a bunch of music discs, which is really awesome because we lost our Tears music disc that I have in our main base in Serenity, and I don't know where it went. It probably just popped out of the jukebox and then disappeared. I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever. We have another one now, which is fine. So I'm glad we did that. But he wanted me to enchant, or not enchant, but rename his lance, his spear. And so I don't know what he has already enchanted with that thing, but it cost me 40 levels. And I mean, we've got lots of levels. I don't really need them for anything, but man, that was an expensive renaming for sure. The other thing too I wanted to mention quick while we have this box open is this banner here. Now this banner was created by Dova, and it's our Soupland banner. So now we have a custom banner for Soupland with our super flat on the bottom here, and then a big bowl of soup to represent the super flat Soupland. I think it's perfect. I love it. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to post it around in some different places, probably, I don't know, maybe in the front of here, in the front there somewhere, definitely by the nether portals, that sort of thing. So we'll have to get a few copies of that made first. I haven't done that yet. I still only have the one, so we'll just hold on to that and leave that there for now. And then one of the last things that I want to do for this section of the farm here is we have this extra space. Now I left an extra space here and didn't bring the pens too close in because I wanted to build a tractor. Now I've never built something like that before, so I popped into the creative world and tested out some different materials and tested out some different designs, and I think I found one that I really like. So for this design, we're going to be using a bunch of mangrove and some polished blackstone and then a few other bits and bobs here. So it's a pretty small build. It's not a huge tractor. It doesn't require a whole lot of blocks, but I think it's a pretty cool build. So let's build it. Okay, so I figure since this is such a small build, we might as well just build it real time. So I think it's about a small tractor. It's about 5 by 5 at the base of the at the wide end of the tractor. So I think it will right in the middle here somewhere. If we start it, we put the first wheel there. No, let's put there and then there. So these are going to be the first two, like the front wheels. I know they're kind of square, but here we are in Minecraft. And we'll put that there, and then we'll use some slabs. And we'll bring the slabs in 2, 3, 4, 5. Start there. And then we need to add in, we'll go with, we're going to use mangrove wood. We're going to put a block of mangrove wood and then strip it. And then we'll use the mangrove trapdoors. And then crafter. And an anvil. Just like that. And then let's take a half slab, put it there. A couple more trapdoors here, like that. Right. And then we need the back wheels. So the back wheels are going to sit right here. That's the first wheel. And then just do this. Like that. And like that. And that's the first back wheel, like that. We'll put that there. Then we need some more of this mangrove wood. Well, not the mangrove logs. So we need the mangrove wood. That, like that, that. And extend it out to the other side. And then we just strip it all. And then we need the other back wheel. We can do like that. Perfect. Then we're going to take some iron trap doors. I'm going to put one there, one there, one there. A couple up top here, just like that. Perfect. And then we go 1, 2, and then 3, just like that. Okay, perfect. So that's the body of the tractor. And then we're just going to finish up the cab on the top here. And for that, we're going to use a polished blackstone stair as the seat. We can add in a couple of levers here just as the controls. And then we need a bit of cover. So we'll take that up like that, and then we'll just use our half slabs here to create a little bit of an overhang. So we don't get rained on when we're driving our tractor. And then we just put in a bit of a wind screen here too. Perfect. Look at that. I think we're pretty much, oh no wait, let's finish up the back here. I think we have one more bit of detail to do on the back. We have one more crafter. We're going to place that there. Put that there, like that, and finish that off like that. Perfect. And that can be our, I don't know, maybe a little bit of exhaust or something. Maybe that's where that comes from. I don't know. I think the exhaust probably just comes from the front, but I don't know anything about tractors. I'm not a farmer, but that looks like a tractor to me. That's a pretty good tractor if I do say so myself, considering this is not generally the type of build that I normally build. So I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a nice size too. It fits in the spot. I think that's a very fitting build for this environment. I really like that actually. Okay, so we finished up the tractor with some last minute details. We added in some tire track mark here just so that the grass looks a little bit scuffed up from the tractor driving on it. And then we added in a wagon, a hay wagon, so it can pull the hay bales that it collects from the wheat field over there. So I think that is a good final touch just to finish off this build and make it look finished. Well guys, here we are in front of the entrance to our new farmhouse. I made the entrance a grand entryway to a grand build. And once again, a big special thank you to everybody that helped me work on this project. I had a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys did too, and I hope that we have another chance to work on something like this in the near future. I couldn't have asked for a better server to be on. The last thing I want to do is go back and take a look at just how much we have accomplished in this episode. Well guys, our farmhouse is complete, as long as we don't look on the inside. But the outside is finished and I'm really happy with the way it all turned out. Also, was it just me or was that Indian music like really good? Once again, I really enjoyed making this project and I had a lot of fun working on it. If you enjoyed watching it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like this. And if you do, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.